Hello everyone, the all-day show with no budget with Jason Leong is back with the 10th episode. Thank you so much for always supporting this channel. By the way, this episode has some budget because my friend Jay Chua from Big Studio Productions has sponsored some of the lights you see here, so it's very nice. He sent me equipment all the way from Penang, and he's just a fan. I don't even know him as a friend. We are now friends. So thank you so much, Jay, for your support. Thank you very much. And by the way, this little smudge here is a smudge on my wall. It's not your screen's problem, so don't go and wipe your screen, okay? Anyway, a lot of things to talk about. Last week, big bombshell news, Anwar Ibrahim. He went to the palace to meet our king, the young Di-Pertuan Agong, because he said he has the majority of MPs supporting him to form a new government. And we were all so excited, and he went there and he didn't show the names of MPs supporting him. Now look, we've all been guilty of sending emails and saying, please refer to the attachments, and then we forget to attach the attachments to the email. But come on, man, this is a big thing. You are forming a new government. Anwar essentially went to the king and said, hey bro, I have the numbers. Names? Just trust me, bro. Trust me. If Anwar was asked, what is your blood type? His answer would be, I have blood. Strong, formidable, convincing blood. It's red. Anwar is that one friend we all have in the futsal WhatsApp group where we organize a futsal game and we need minimum 10 players, and he says, I'm bringing 5 friends. Then he shows up and he says, my friends are on the way. And since then, suddenly there's Kuli in the mix. Pejuang nominated Mahathir to be the next Prime Minister. UMNO is reconsidering support for Perikatan Nasional. And then there are offers here, counter offers here, horse trading here and there. Right now, the political situation in Malaysia is like this. And who is to blame for all this political craziness? Ini semua salah DAP. Now, I'm going to end this segment with a joke, which I'm not proud of, but this video is free, so shut up. Okay? I'm going to set up the joke. I'm going to end it with a punchline, which I'm not proud of. Okay? Now, let's check on the timeline for a bit. Okay? Anwar Ibrahim said on the 23rd of September that he had a majority. It's now the 19th of October. Almost a month. And there is still no concrete proof of his majority. It's been almost a month and still no new government. This coup is longer than my kuku chow. Shut up. So Anwar Ibrahim has yet to show he has the numbers. But you know who has the numbers? Covid-19. Covid-19 has the numbers. Cases in Malaysia have been steadily rising. In fact, Selangor, where I am now, is in our second lockdown called the CMCO. And every day there are lists of new clusters. But for me, I like to keep things simple. There is only one cluster. A big, gigantic cluster fuck. Or more accurately, a cluster politicus. Or a politician cluster. Because all this started when one particular minister broke the SOPs, went abroad, and came back without quarantining himself. In fact, it has been 104 days since he came back from abroad and has not been investigated. 104 days. How complicated must his case be? 104 days. Whilst other people, the Rakyat Marhain, has been investigated, charged, and fined within a span of a few days. We need to send in Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, Kindaichi, Detective Conan, and Batman to investigate this case. So yes, politicians are not following the SOPs of the MCO. But you know what is following the SOPs of the MCO? Water in Selangor. Because water in Selangor now does not cross district lines. I have genuinely lost count as a Selangor resident of how many times there have been disruption in the water supply. Hello, IA Selangor. Your job is in your name. You are IA Selangor. You provide IA to Selangor. Your name is not Air Selangor, and your job is not to provide air to Selangor, in which you only do a good job about 10 months in a year when the haze comes and you do nothing. Okay? You're not IA Asia. Now everyone can be dehydrated. So yes, we're all very disappointed with our authorities and politicians. But I remember early this year, a very young, handsome, sexy gentleman promised to bring change to Malaysia. With the current political crisis paralyzing the nation, I, Dr. Jason Leong, hereby offer myself to be the next candidate of Prime Minister. And I do this with great sincerity, reluctance, and humility. Yes, because when it comes to being humble,
I am the best.
I have the numbers, I have the majority, and I can form the government by 30-30. A lot of people have been asking me, Jason, when you become PM, who is going to be in your cabinet? And yes, unlike other politicians, I have a list of names. For the finance minister, I have Sebastian Pascalius-Tan. He is an online financial guru. He can cure Malaysia's financial problems if all Malaysians sign up for his online course on how to retire early at only 1,000 ringgit per person. And my government will allow you to take out money from your EPF savings to pay for this. For health minister, I have Tan Sri Professor Dr. Lim Chi Yao. He's a traditional Chinese medicine doctor. He actually has found a cure for cancer. Yeah, if you have cancer, he will prescribe you some herbs and the cancer will be gone within 3 months because the host body of the cancer cells will also be dead. For the defense ministry, I have my Auntie Carol Leong, who is an anti-vaxxer and a flat earther. Why she'll be good at Minister of Defense is because she gets defensive at everything. For the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development, I have this guy named Johnny Sins. Johnny Sins is loved by the community. He knows how to produce a family and he loves women. So, for science and technology innovation, I have this Coconut Bomo. He transcends science and technology. He can see the future using binoculars. And he will do wonders for our coconut industry. So we kill 2 birds with 1 cycle. Now for education minister, I have Donald Trump. And what we do is just, we say that the education minister is Donald Trump. So we just tell our kids that if you don't study hard, you'll end up like Donald Trump.
I never understood wind. I know windmills very much. I've studied it better than anybody. I know it's very expensive. And they say the noise causes cancer. You tell me that one, okay? The thing makes it so... And of course, it's like a graveyard for birds.
Now, for the Minister of Youth and Sports, I have a double ministerial candidate. This has happened before in Malaysia's political history. Johnny Sins. Because he's very athletic. He loves young people. For the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I have James Bond. This is very clear-cut because he's a foreigner who is good at affairs. Now, you remember in my video, I said that I'll form a new cabinet post called the Minister of Singaporean Affairs.
The task of this minister is to just handle Singapore's bullshit.
So, for the Minister of Singaporean Affairs, I have the man who puts the haya on fire, Uncle Roger. Not Nigel Ng, but Uncle Roger the character. And his job, all he has to do is make videos of him, Uncle Roger, yelling at Singaporeans whenever they decide that a Malaysian dish is actually Singaporean. Or yell at Singaporeans when they try to cook something. With Uncle Roger as our Minister of Singaporean Affairs, I predict that the export of Singapore's bullshit will decrease by 50%. Last item on this video, there has been a past youth member who has been going around mansplaining and man-lecturing people about their aurat. Problem is, he has been caught following OnlyFans on Twitter. Now, I honestly did not know what OnlyFans was prior to this becoming viral. I had no idea what OnlyFans was. But now I know that OnlyFans is a platform for people to sell privately videos and photos, most of them naked. I'm not an OnlyFans account follower. I did not know what OnlyFans was prior to this. So when shit hit the pond, this past youth member had to backpedal faster than the PN government by saying in an 8-tweet thread, yes, 8 tweets, that he was only following a fitness trainer who happened to be on OnlyFans. That is like me saying I have a Pornhub account because I want to learn about video editing. Just to clarify, I have a Pornhub account because I like to watch naked women. And I'm just curious, did this guy Hazri comment about the fitness trainer's aurat? Look, just be honest. If you watch porn, just watch porn. You like naked women, just say you like naked women. We all do it. We all watch porn. And right now in Malaysia, all of us are watching political porn. We are watching politicians fucking the rakyat. Now, I'm going to end on this, okay? Right now, it seems like COVID-19 is out of control. But I have faith in our KKM, okay? And now is not the time for despair. Now is the time for action. Hashtag rakyat jaga rakyat. Kita jaga kita. Okay? And Malaysia is a country known for people doing things that are impossible. We are a nation where when we see that the parking lot is full, what do? We imagine a parking spot in the middle of the road. And somehow or other, all the cars will park in the middle of the road and all the cars can park in and out, come out of the traffic, park in with not a single car scratched. That is what we do. We are a nation of doers. This is not a time for despair. This is a time for us to look out for each other, to remain safe. We have done it before and we'll do it again. This is not a time for despair. This is a time for us to save our country from the brink, because we sure as hell cannot depend on our leaders and our politicians. We have to depend on ourselves, and we have to have faith in our frontliners. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again at the next episode. Hey everyone, hope you like this video. Please follow me on social media. Subscribe to this channel where you can watch my comedy sketches, the all-day show with no budget, and of course, clips of my stand-up comedy performances. And also, don't forget to watch me on Netflix, #blessed. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.